Aaron? Go ahead.
Coach, there's been reports that Urban Meyer has been urging the Big Ten and Ohio State to help families travel to the bowl games. Are you doing anything like that? Is Oregon planning to help families get to this bowl game?
Well, that's something we certainly have tried to push in the past, and just we want to be able to try to do everything we can for these guys, and certainly there's a huge financial sacrifice on families to get to one game, let alone 2 games. We have a bunch of guys from all around the country, and that's something that we've been very fortunate to do in terms of getting our guys home for Christmas, back to the bowl site, and all that travel we can take care of, and from a budget standpoint. And then it's from a legislation standpoint of how we have to get over that next hurdle. But we are absolutely working toward supporting the friend, the family, the direct family of those guys as much as we possibly can, as we have in the past of trying to push for on official visits, trying to be able to pay for transportation of both parents or both kind of decision makers in the process.
Front center, yeah.
And Mark, Scott talked about this at the Rose Bowl. You guys, I guess, don't allow a bunch of coaches in for the spring or people in to see the system. Why is that? And I think you were around. Why? Urban Meyer came here in 11 when Chip was here, and got a lot of stuff from you guys. It's pretty common knowledge now.
I think that was the relationship. I think that Chip and Urban had. I'm not privy to that, but we're very friendly. It just depends on how much we know the other party, and but we try to gather information more than send it out.
Right over here.
Yeah. Hi, Mark. You were there 4 years ago. The staff was there, some red shirts. What do you tell the younger guys? I mean, this is the Super Bowl of the college football, and it's a Jerry world and the whole thing. What do you tell them about what they're going to experience compared to the normal game?
Yeah, we talked about that both leading up to the Rose Bowl, and then actually talked about it a little bit this morning in our team meeting, just of exactly that. The atmosphere will be totally different. The Ohio State legendary fan base, it'll be a different ratio of Oregon fans to Ohio State fans, and it's indoors. That lends to a much more energized atmosphere, and it's different. And so we've use that to fuel our preparation. Again, that's all. We can't change that, but we can maybe recenter our focus or dial it in a little bit differently. You're doing a few things from a logistical standpoint differently, but just of preparing to prepare is what we're all about.
Right here in the middle.
Yeah, Mark, to piggyback off Dennis's question, there's a lot of things that basically other programs have essentially tried to copy off of Oregon, whether it's offense, uniforms, tempo, whatever. How do you feel about that just as the head coach when you see basically other people trying to steal your stuff?
We steal stuff too. I mean, we're equal opportunity thieves. Yeah, that can happen. And yeah, it's been funny especially growing up around this area and recruiting against some people that they use your style against you in recruiting and then do it on the field, which is kind of weird. Or saying that we have too many good players and the guy will never play there, that's very bizarre. So that's just kind of one of those back and forth things that always happens. The evolution of whatever offense, defense, special teams, scheme, people that are have one foot in the water, so to speak, of our style or our way. A couple years from now, they'll do something else.
Second row, Gary Horowitz.
Mark, I know you grew up with the Pac-12 Big Ten Rose Bowl and everything, and as it turns out, you didn't have that this year, but you get it in the national championship game. From that standpoint, you kind of like the matchup, just the tradition of it.
Don't like the matchup when you watch them on film very much. Gary, to be honest, I haven't thought of that for one second, other than last week, a couple of people brought that up of why didn't they do it this way, and we have obviously no control over that, but we're very excited to still be playing. That's the bottom line.